Morning guys and gals, Froggy here. What I'm going to show you today is how to adjust a clutch pedal stop that I fabricated for a 1995 BMW stick shift. Most of the BMW stick shifts will have a clutch pedal stop. The purpose of a clutch pedal stop is so that you don't push the clutch pedal down any further than what you have to disengage the clutch when you're shifting. If you push it too far, you're really overextending the slave cylinder, and you can wear things out at an accelerated rate. You really don't have the clutch slave cylinder moves the clutch a very small amount to engage and disengage. You're not even talking a quarter inch, you're talking less than a quarter inch. So this is just a regular metric 10 by 1.5 bolt that I found that was the right length. I epoxied a washer on top of it to make the pad that the back of the clutch pedal hits, to make it a little bit bigger. And this should work. I tried it without this extension on the top, and the clutch pedal, the lever part, was just missing the head of the bolt by a little bit, so I made it this much bigger, about 50% bigger. It should work fine. How do you adjust it? You just adjust it by screwing it in. I'm going to put some blue Loctite on here so it won't move once I get it adjusted. Later on, if your clutch plate wears, you can change this adjustment a little bit. So here I'm going to put the Loctite on now, and then I'm going to screw it in, and I'll show you how you adjust it. The adjusting bolt screws into that hole right there in the firewall, and that's right underneath where the shaft of the clutch pedal is going to approach the firewall. The way you adjust it is you screw it in, and then you try pushing the clutch pedal down and moving the shift lever in and out of gear with the motor off. If it won't release, it won't move in and out of gear, then your adjuster is not low enough. You need to screw it in more. So that's kind of a iterative process. You have to trial and error process to get it adjusted. So I'm going to put it in now, and then I'm going to try and move push the pedal down and try and move it in and out of gear. Well, there it is. I screwed it in. I'm going to try it all the way down there to as far as I can screw it in. If that's not low enough, I'll have to cut off a little bit of the bolt and try it again. But let's try that and see how it works. Well, I tested it, and I found that the clutch would disengage okay, but the engagement was pretty low to the floor, so I want to raise that up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten this. It screws into the receiver and the firewall end about 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to take almost a 1/4 inch off of that. Yeah, about a 1/4 inch off of that, and then it should give me a nice feel for the clutch pedal. I found a nut that is the right thread, so I'm going to use a cutoff wheel to cut it here, and then when I take this nut off, it'll make the threads nice. It'll make sure that my cutoff wheel is pretty good, but if it has any little rough spots, this should take care of it. And I can also take a little file and even it off. I need to smooth it out. I'm going to use the cutoff wheel like this. Cut through it. I need 2 hands, so I'm going to put the camera off while I make the cut. I can't really do it one-handed. I have to put 2 hands on it. There we go. Of course, that'll still screw into the firewall 3/4 of an inch. That means it'll be that much lower. So my clutch pedal on disengagement will go down that much lower, and will take a little bit of time before it engages when it comes back up. Let's screw it in. Okay, there it is screwed in. It does look like it's sitting lower to the carpeting. So now I'm going to try the car with the motor shut off, and then I'm going to try it with the motor turned on and see how I like that the clutch pedal distance, how I like the feel of it. Well, I think that's pretty good. It's got about it's got like about that much where it doesn't do anything right there, if you can see my foot, and then it engages there. I like it to engage low. I don't like it to engage way up here. When it engages way up there, it's like you're waiting. It's like it surprises you when it finally engages. I like it to engage pretty low. So I'm going to leave it right there. And if you wanted to go lower, you just cut a little bit more off that bolt and go lower, meaning the bolt would go more or lower into the firewall, and the pedal would engage higher. So the shorter that bolt is, the more distance you're going to have, because when you push down, you're pushing it down further, and comes up, you're going to have some distance there, whatever you cut off from that bolt. Okay, that's what I got for you today, guys and gals. If this is useful, give me a thumbs up. You want more from Froggy, subscribe to my channel. Froggy out. Have a great day.